going to hit the start button and remind you guys, since it's been maybe 2 months, 3 months since we actually successfully met.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, something like that.
And I'll remind you all that you are very deep into Silvermount, the mountain behind the city of Starfall. You are many, many sealed doorways away from even the ability to leave. Although maybe you could. You might be able to get out if you really wanted to. You're pretty sure you can't teleport in here. You have found some very important things while you were searching around in here. You found the food court, which is probably your favorite thing you found so far. You found a trauma ward. You found this room, the elevator room, which has a glass floor that endlessly portrays the same 10 or 20 seconds of some weird battle happening so far up in the sky that you can see the curvature of the earth, which really upset Tokala. He stormed off in a huff at this obviously false movie because the earth is flat. And you've been exploring this area for, I want to say, almost a better part of a week now. And I think your plan was to explore some of the other connecting corridors. And yeah? Go ahead.
Well, we had left off on a discussion on whether we had implants that we could install or not. I think that was the discussion we left off on. And I did some research. And what's his name head we do have. We did sever it from the body and kept all the shit.
Osmond's head?
I think we left the head but kept the body because we figured out we couldn't separate the head. We couldn't deactivate the tech in the head, but we kept the body.
So you have a 6-month-old corpse stuffed in a bag of holding with no head, purely because it has cybernetic enhancements stuffed inside.
I believe it was an open-ended question, and I researched, and I think I put it in the chat a long time ago, but that's what I found out.
This is why we record, so that Josh can go back and dig through the archives and find all the horrible stuff you guys did.
I'm sure the implants are all fine.
Well, they're in a bag of holding. If you were to take them out, then they would be able to potentially phone home again. Yeah.
Yeah. The reason we did that is we figured we'd have to take him to somewhere like far away, like Binox, where he couldn't. It'd be too far away, or it didn't even matter.
Not in the middle of the home base.
Yeah, exactly. So just putting a bow on that. I don't know who was wanting the implants. I don't know if it was.
I think it was me because I wanted to be taller. Is where that might have come from.
Just wanted to...
Yep. That sounds right.
You designed a character that's 4 foot tall, but you want to be taller.
I think he's even shorter. Yeah, Oh yeah, you're right. 4'1". Yeah, but he needs to be taller. I don't want him to be taller, but he wants to be taller.
Okay.
Anyway.
Also, there's the matter of with Tracy and Nomcath indisposed. Tokala and Nomcath are indisposed. So who shall carry the tablet?
It's going on the pack dwarf, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Brow doesn't want to touch it, given all the lasers were shooting at it when we were in the tower.
It is a bit of a magnet for killer robots. Okay.
It's going in with the rest of the bullshit I carry.
So if you don't want to, Alfred, I can too. It doesn't make any difference.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't think Talking Actors is working, but she says don't drop me in this trash pit.
All right. Where are we off to?
Well, I was going to. I've dragged Eric here to play an NPC for me, and if he has fun and it all goes well, he might return and do it again.
Hell yeah.
But are you guys taking the corpse out of the bag of holding at all, or just discussing it?
It was open-ended questions. I went and put an end to the question. We do have the corpse. It is in a bag. I don't know if it's in Namcat's bag or whose bag it's in, but it's in someone's bag. What we want to do from there, I don't care. But there was some disagreement, so I did the research.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought too when
Eric's
you
not
mentioned
playing
it.
a headless corpse. I wouldn't do that to him.
Am I out of the bag finally?
Yeah, that's why you've been so quiet.
Yeah, the only thing he's allowed to say all night is. I did my own research. The Earth is flat. Oh, great! Ulfrid Tagala has converted Ulfrid to the Church of Flat Earth.
Yeah, I'm not. Brow is not insane enough to insist on taking out a beacon to the enemy in the middle of their lair just so that he can get his legs lengthened. He can wait until after the adventure to do that.
Okay, that could be a while. If you want some big
It's
legs.
okay. Yeah, just it's not for you guys. It's for the rest of the world. I want to be tall. So
Okay, we'll put a pin in that. We'll explore that later, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we explored the trauma unit. That was the last thing we did, right?
Trauma unit. Food court.
Yeah.
Okay. Where does it make sense to go next?
Well, Eric, I was gonna say that these folks you've been watching for a while have stopped in the middle of this giant glass TV screen to have a conversation where they're discussing body parts and cybernetics and how to install them, which is, for one, something you know about, and two, they seem to be calm at the moment. Every other time you've watched them, they were under attack or attacking things, and you didn't feel like it was the right time to jump out and say hi.
Okay, but these are these freakish people that don't look like people, right?
Yeah, they're aliens. They're, well, you
Okay.
can tell, you know vaguely what they are. They're totally organic, head to toe meat puppets. But they seem to be intelligent. Some of them have technology skills. Some of them seem to have magic skill. Your people understand both those things. And they seem to be exploring. You don't think they're from here.
All right, let me
And they have demonstrated, you have seen them fight rather effectively against giant killer robots, which is the main problem that you have and need help with.
all right, I will jump out.
You could either
Or
speak
rather,
first or jump
I
out.
will Yeah, no, I am going to stealthily sneak out so that they don't see me unmelt. That's
Okay. Perception check for the party, and Eric, you can roll me a stealth check.
31, not great.
Pretty good for a run, Croton. Somebody's rolled a 1 there. Nice, nice. Your first skill check, natural 1. Impressive. Yeah.
breaking out my skills here.
You step onto the deck and it makes a clanging sound because you just sort of forgot. You got excited and forgot that you need to gently step out of the wall, or it makes a clanging sound that these squishy, fleshy types can hear. Fleshy type people have sometimes very sensitive hearing. You've read that. And it's probably true. Their heads whip your direction, this way. And do any of you have a permanent see invisible or an active see invisible ability?
Let me check my 5,000 magical items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see. I had blind sense on my helmet. I believe my crow helmet thing. If
I
that counts.
think-
On it.
Oh yeah, I have constant true seeing.
Holy shit! Where'd you get
Apparently.
that from?
What
The
hell?
Panorama Celestial.
Oh, that ring.
Yeah, that's
Dang.
nuts.
Blind sense is 30 feet.
Alfred, you have a 54 perception and true sight. You're the first
Yeah.
person to see this. And what amazes you is knowing that you have a monster perception and true sight is you hear this sound and you're looking right at the wall and you did not see this person. True sight did not enable you to see them. And the only reason you even turned that way is they made a sound. There was sort of a light metallic clunk. And where 1 second there was just a wall, you see sort of plates. It looks like plates moving, like an octopus changing color. Different pieces of the wall change to different colors until eventually you realize you're looking at a blue metal face with orange glowing eyes and a robotic body wrapped in a gray and red cloak. And she's standing there. She's almost 7 foot tall, and she looks like some kind of mechanical being. And she's holding a very, very large spear, but doesn't look like she's ready to attack. And Eric, you see this creature's head whip towards you and definitely see you as soon as you step out of the wall.
I point my axe and go, "Oi, we have company over here."
And can I understand them?
No, you only speak Androphan. They have occasionally said words in Androphan, but if you want to, you may backgame, because I should have told you to do this, a tongues spell, which you can cast.
I just saw that. I will cast Communal Tongues.
Okay. So yes, you've understood this whole conversation they've had about body parts, cybernetics, food courts, trauma wards. Some of the places they're describing you have been. You've explored this area before. And so yes, you understand that perfectly.
I say hello.
Are you friend or foe? How are you coming through the walls like that?
I do not know if I am friend or foe. I am uncertain of many things. But you look like you could use some help, and I would be your friend if it's possible.
Who are you and what are you doing here? Yeah.
That is a question I ask myself. It is a long answer, but I think maybe I can shorten it to say that I am here observing and learning and challenging myself because I suffer from the sin of curiosity.
Oh, interesting. We seem to suffer from the sin of smashing robots because they're making things difficult for people around here.
That is no sin. That is a worthwhile and worthy task. And I noticed you had some injuries or damages that perhaps I could help you with.
Oh. All right.
Cass
Natural
says
20. Roll out.
to all of you on Castnet. So, Eric, she doesn't hear this, but they all hear Cass say, "She's not a robot. She's faith forged."
Can I make a check for that? I do not know what that is offhand.
Yeah.
She says the quick version is they're alive. They have souls. We could have a fight with Krokta or about it if she was here, but they are
Definitely don't have them.
They are living beings. To us they appear mechanical, but to them robots are mechanicals. They're not. They're living, breathing things. Very similar to androids.
I was gonna say, how are they different from androids?
Their Faithforged bodies are armored steel and glaucite. To you, they feel like Terminators. They look like robotic beings, but they're really closer to androids than the other robots in here.
Okay.
And Cass says almost all of them worship Unity.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to read their minds and see when Cass says that. See if I can see any like I don't know, Unity worship in this person.
Okay. You're gonna use what spell is that?
Yeah, I was trying to find which one it actually is. I think I
You're
get
gonna
it.
get a will save against this, I believe. So you can go to your
Yeah.
saving throws.
Is it detect thoughts? Is that what?
Yeah, that's the one. It's been a while, but that's it.
Where? God, no, this is so long. Sorry, I'm not seeing it on my actual list because I think it's like a feature that I have.
Oh, it is a feature. Is it overpowering mind? Yeah, been too long since we've done this.
I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, it's
okay.
like I think it's like if I do a spell, then I can use it or something. Or no, here we go. Detect thoughts. All right, found it. Sweet.
Okay. You can do a will save for her, Eric.
Damn it.
The mind you come in contact with is very strong. You can tell that she is extremely resistant to your intrusion. And she can tell, let's see, for her, let's give her a knowledge arcana check. If you go to your skills, Eric, under knowledge skills, it should be the first one. Yeah, you're not sure exactly what he is, but you're familiar with detect thoughts and mind spells. GM to Eric, she knows that he's a Rollmaster mentalist, which are super rare in this world. And she would have a name for it. In this world, they're called psychics, but they're very, very rare amongst your people. Once in 100 generations, you guys have one. But that's all she knows with a 15.
Well, that's a little worrisome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
minds,
press my
that's
luck.
all you know.
Yeah, but I didn't get much there, so I don't know. I just watch you for now. I don't try anything else for now.
So back
Did I
to
get
Well,
anything from
Vinci-
the knowledge engineering? I had a 44 in knowledge engineering. I would be like assessing him or her for any flaws in her construction or something.
Her construction is far in advance of any of the other robots you've seen to date, I think, except for those shock troops with the black armor and the laser rifles that attacked at the palace. Those are of a similar quality. Like, she is made of stern stuff, and she looks very strong. And yet, she hasn't moved much yet, but you get the sense that she's very agile.
Okay.
In response to the mental probing, I am going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. Spellcraft, everybody.
$40.
Huge. Olbrin, you very clearly
Natural 20. Roll out.
And Brow and Akradin, you recognize it. Ulfred, you're like, the hell was that? But the other three spellcasters who actually buy Spellcraft regularly recognize that with a very subtle movement of maybe part of her left hand, she very quickly casts Sanctuary, which is a defensive spell, which would mean you'd have to make a will save to attack her. You could probably do it, but it's a measure of defense caution. It's not an attack at all.
Yeah.
It's also a sign
I'm
that
not
she
gonna-
has no plans to attack.
I also don't tell anyone that I tried to probe her mind. Just keep that to myself.
Cass says on Castnet, she's very far from home. They don't usually leave their little communities. She could
Where
be
is
a
home for her?
day's walk from here. Really far.
On Galarian, though?
No, in Silvermount.
In Silvermount? Okay.
Yeah. it
Can't
is-
walk the Galarian over in.
Shut up.
Wait, sorry, Galarian, my bad. I was thinking the other planet. You could walk there. Never mind.
Eric, she watches them have a little snickety conversation back and forth. Clearly mental. They're not speaking there with their little meat flaps. They have telepathic communication.
Is that normal with my people?
It's rare with your people. You guys would have to actually kind of put up a spell to do it, or you can use message spells to do it. What they're doing is either a service provided by the psychic, who is very short but has a really big head. He might be providing that to all of them, or the scary version is maybe they're all telepathic.
Well, that explains how they're surviving out here, maybe, if they have those sorts of skills. I am a little impressed that they haven't been eaten by the robots yet.
Yep. They have you were able to watch them several days ago. You've been watching them for days. You watched the local robots attempt to, quote, clean them. A bunch of basically giant Roombas on steroids tried to chop them into bits and feed them into the dustbin, and they destroyed the robots rather handily.
So, just recapping, you guys had the conversation right that you said, like, it would be helpful, because Ulfred said we have a sin of killing robots or something like that, right? And you said that would be helpful to you.
Yeah. You've one of the reasons why I have shown myself to you is that you have been doing me and my people a service by killing our enemies.
But your people, though, as we know them, you are the enemy. You worship, the big one in here. He doesn't want to say the name. He's like worried it'll trigger like monitoring of him. I just kind of gesture around,
Don't say
the
Voldemort.
one in charge.
God is
Eric-
God. I don't understand your
Oh, who's your god?
God.
They they
No.
refer to their deity as Solaris, the sun, light.
Okay. So not unity. Actually, I'll try to say that psychically, but maybe.
You say that to the party?
I'll just say to him, to True, the Faith Forged, psychically. I'll try again. This time it won't be like an aggressive probing, but just communicate psychically. Like I'm talking about unity. Do you worship that one? The
True
one that's in
has the
charge of this place?
sensation of like a knock at the door mentally. The large-headed short man is not trying to invade or attack your mind. He is attempting to speak to you through it. You can say no.
No, I'm curious since he's capable of speaking to me in other ways right now. I'm curious as to why he would be adding additional difficulty just to talk to me in a different way.
So
He
you
may
say
come in.
yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Now this unity is your god unity. You know, giants, evil, scheming, unity.
None of that fits what you know of divinity.
I think those words mean different things to you than they do to me.
I'm gonna talk to the group or whatever. Like, you guys think? I mean, Cast Solars, they worship unity. I don't know. They're talking about some other god, Solaris, right? What do you guys think? Could it be just like a normal sun god, or do we gotta watch our backs here?
Oh, I don't know shit about no Solaris religion.
Cass says on CastNet only, she says, I don't know, maybe they could be worshipping something else. Maybe Unity forgot about them. Cass says that Unity has little tribes of Faith Forge tucked all over Silvermount, and most of them, they worship Unity. It's one of the sources of Unity's power.
Okay. I'll start talking out loud again. I'll just be like, well, what does your God ask you to do? Sorry to ask you so much about your religion, but I think it's very important here that we figure this out.
Oh, I agree. The questions of faith and religion are sort of the bounds of our existence. This does not seem like perhaps the best place to have these discussions, but they are always on my mind. And GM Toby, do I have any idea what he's talking about?
Not exactly. Your folks live in a safe area that they take a lot of steps to safeguard, but they have read and studied and learned a version of what's in the outside world. And the impression they have of the outside world is they don't have access to Solaris everywhere. Solaris doesn't speak to everyone, and most of the world, as far as you know, is a bunch of godless heathens just killing each other and procreating for no real purpose. They're lost. And they're confused. They're not necessarily bad.
No, I'm not surprised if their gods are evil.
Or they think their gods are, you know.
Well, I will tell them that I am happy to discuss my faith with them, and perhaps I can help them learn, though I am myself questioning more than I'm answering these days.
Questioning your God?
Questioning everything. That is my perhaps my flaw and sin is that I live in paradise, and yet this is where I'm meeting you.
Yeah. Paradise. So, sorry, you said you live in paradise.
I do.
Guys, yeah, this is back on CastNet.
Okay.
God. This guy.
GM to
Or
Eric
this-
CastNet, you probably picked up as their own little private mental frequency. That
Yes.
Yep.
Also,
Yeah.
GM, am I right that I noticed something with them that I could help them with? Did I pick that up right? That they have some.
there's lots that you could help them with. You have wandered these halls for decades, and you have ventured outside of paradise, as you call it, thousands of times. You're one of the people. You're one of the few in your group that are trusted to do so, and so you know where things are. You know how to get to places. You know where the dangerous creatures are. You could definitely help them because they're clearly new here.
So I was just saying to the group, this one seems a bit sheltered. But maybe I can help kick down that door a little faster.
Sorry, say that again, Enrique.
I was just saying this one seems a bit sheltered, huh? Like think they live in paradise. They only know this one god here, but I was thinking maybe I can just show them some of the world outside real quick. Just help. They said they're questioning shit, right? So maybe we can push that envelope a little farther, a little quicker. If I just try to melt her mind with the truth a bit.
Eric, would you roll a knowledge religion check? I can show you the world. Shut up, Alfred.
Yeah, hang on.
Singing.
Hang on.
A couple of them have religious symbols. This heavily armored chap. You believe he's what the fleshies would call a dwarf. He has some religious symbols on his gear. And then this sort of tall and thin one with the white hair appears to be wearing some sort of religious garb, or it's some kind of ceremonial garb, and you're not sure how it's so clean given everything they've been through, but it is perfectly clean. But it literally looks like some sort of formal wear for a wedding or a union or some other major religious event. You're not sure, but they look all churched up, but not from around here.
Okay, they're just weird.
They are pretty weird.
Do you wanna see what's outside of paradise? I can show you. It'll be quick.
I confess I'm interested.
A horrifying
though
thing to offer a person.
What was that, Tim?
It is. So
You
how
wanna see
how
what's
I how
outside of
quickly I
paradise?
showing me is true and not just some fever dream of people who've been wandering among the robots.
You'll just have to trust me. You can show me paradise after. It's just I'm just gonna open up my I'm gonna open up my memory to you. It might be a fever dream. I'm not even sure myself, but I'll share mine. You share yours.
All right.
You guys
Yeah?
exchange some mental ideas?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to just show him like really quick Starfall, like the slums of Starfall and like all the fucked up city, because that's all I know. That's what I grew up in, and I've never left there except for this. So just like the seedy underbelly of Starfall and all the assassination and murder and the oppression of the Technic League and all that stuff.
Okay. Eric, I'd like to give her first a skill check called Sense Motive. It can be used through telepathy or any means for her to judge. Yeah. She feels that the memories he's conveying are honest. He witnessed them. Yes, Josh, we've reached the I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Yeah.
Very nice. Pours 4 seasons of The Sopranos into your mind. No, that's not what we're doing. Eric, she receives sort of a fast forward, backwards, fast rewind VHS of them in these halls, which you recognize, fighting the cleaning robots, which you recognize, finding the food court, the trauma center. And then they back to one of the passages you haven't explored. It's a couple miles from here, and it has a sealed door that you've never been able to open. You might have seen it or considered fiddling with it. But they came in through it, and when it opened, outside was essentially the Utah flats, like just bright, shining dirt in all directions, just desert. And a short trip through that, she receives imagery of a city made out of the same stone of the desert, sort of an adobe crafted city, filthy, squalor, with pillars of smoke and soldiers and fighting and killing, wars. And all of this is at the base of a huge mountain, which she pretty quickly surmises is where she lives. It gives you, for the first time, a backed out perspective of you live in a fairly contained maze of tunnels under a mountain. And there's a whole civilization happening outside that you never knew about, and they come from there. Do you want to impart or share anything back?
That's horrifying.
It is.
Yeah,
It's you come from like Star Trek, and they're out there living in Mad Max.
Yeah, I will show him the happiest of our days.
Okay.
I'll relay it over Castnet to everyone if they want to see it too.
You can see her you all can see her sort of make a face as Brow transmits, for the first time in her life, the concepts of slavery, starvation, all-out war, famine, drought, dying of heat exhaustion. Just all these horrible fates that can happen on the surface in Numeria that don't happen down here. And what she shares back is meadows of golden wheat and trees that are green turning orange and yellow with the seasons, a sun gliding by in a partly cloudy sky, occasional rain, thunderstorms that never seem to burn down their village. These sort of beautifully crafted, at first they look primitive, but then you realize they're incredibly sophisticated architecture based on grass huts, like grass roofs that don't ever spoil or sag or fall apart. It's bizarre. So it looks like an idyllic medieval village, but it's actually very advanced technologically, and you see other people like her, hundreds of them, living in a community, and they are without concepts such as starvation. Their world provides everything for them. They're not without the concept of danger. Whenever they venture out of their little area, they're in this type of area, these metal hallways, and robots try to kill them, cleaning robots try to destroy them. They're not unfamiliar with death and danger, but they're unfamiliar with sort of deliberate suffering like slavery and starvation. That's new.
Well, I will ask the others if this vision that I've been shown, if they attest that this is true, that this is the worlds that they've seen as well.
Cass says on Castnet, "Oh boy."
Oh, the world that you just showed us, or the world that I showed? Oh, that no.
The world you showed me is. I'm asking the rest.
Yes.
If they will attest that this is true, that this is their experience of.
And we're aware of what you showed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. We can say I shared that with you guys at the same time.
Yes, that is a taste. Unfortunately.
Crodden says there's good things about it too. Apparently, Brow's never seen them, but yeah, they appear to be in earnest. The memories they transmitted are what the surface world is like, which is both a shock to her because that's not something she's experienced, and also you have the sense of you have lived in a protective bubble while people only miles away, as the crow flies, have suffered and died.
Well, I should be cursing you because you've forced me to look and decide between a beautiful lie and a horrible truth, and that is not that is not that is not easy. So
Well, how old are you?
This iteration is 50 something.
All right, yeah, it's time. Don't worry about it. You're 50.
God
Time to wake up.
Okay. GM to Eric, Enrique is traditionally pretty hard on my NPCs, so this is more about that than you.
Oh yeah, totally. Nothing to do with you. I'm just. Let me know if you want me to back off. I just think this is what Brow would do to you. So sorry.
Eric's tough as nails, and Eric can be pretty hard on NPCs too. It's just funny to me. This exchange is
NPCs,
great.
I kill fellow players for fun.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I mean that was my character. I was playing my character. But,
Right. Sure.
Mm.
so it's all good. Yeah, no. So I am pretty distressed, but I will, yeah, I'll confess to you all that, there's a reason why I'm out in these tunnels and not in paradise, and it's so what you showed me was shocking, but it's also I was afraid that I was due for a shock.
Yeah, that feeling's like the first step to being like us. So welcome.
Eric, they're still standing on this glass floor that endlessly replays the same 10 seconds of video forever. You've been through this room many times and it's always showing this. And you always thought it was kind of pretty. It's a giant, reddish orange fire, something. But given what they've told you, you're looking at it differently and realizing you're probably watching a recorded image of tens of thousands of people dying at once.
Well, that sucks. Can we turn that off?
No. No. Well, nobody's tried that hard, but maybe. Crodden says, I told you. Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
Literally everywhere I look now, you have turned to ash. Thank you. It is a sarcastic thank you.
It was a sarcastic. You're welcome too.
Going pretty well.
Can you help us get through this place? Like, you know these hallways pretty well, at least. Yeah, maybe like the source of. I don't know how that paradise you showed us exists, but I might want to see what powers that. If you know what I mean, what makes that all work?
I believe it's through the generosity of God, but
well, how does that God speak to you? That's what I want to find out. I don't know about the rest of my party here, but I would like to see if we can visit that manifestation of God that you're so fond of. He's feeling a little guilty because he's dancing around that he wants to murder their God, their whole community. He's trying not to say that.
Yeah, don't say that.
GM Toby, do I know much about the mechanics behind?
For you, the connection to God is to Solaris is constant. I mean, you're using a tongue spell right now that, as far as she's concerned, was provided through the spell power of her connection to the divine. So casting everything from Cure Light to Breath of Life is proof that divine energy's all around you, and you just have to know how to connect to it, which she does.
Talking to the party, you guys told me about someone you encountered early on, Hellion, right? Didn't Hellion do the same? You said had priests that would get power from him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cassandra says on Castnet that Hellion was a splinter of Unity, a lesser copy that went rogue and started his own religion in Scrapwall.
Yeah.
And even he could provide powers, right? That's how Mayanda had
Yes.
some of her powers originally.
Yes. Cass says Unity. I won't say Unity is a god the way Iomadai and Sarenrae are gods, but Unity can provide divine spellcasting. It once provided it to me. Cass says I once was her.
Cass, what do you think we should do? Like, since we have the best connection here to understand them.
Cass says if they are unwitting pawns of Unity, they could be allies. If they know, then they're dangerous.
Seems pretty naive. I
So
don't think
far,
she knows.
So far, I don't think she knows. I didn't for quite a while.
Okay.
And you want to be careful, because I sense what you want to do, Brow, which is to separate her from her religion.
Yeah.
But I did that, and Unity hunted me across Numeria and murdered me, and now I'm a tablet.
Were you more important in this one, or no? You were like identical, like you were a Faith Forge.
I was not Faithforged, but I was a follower of Unity, and I was Unity's high cleric.
Okay. Yeah, but she would hunt any of her followers to do that. You think?
I think if they rebelled against Unity, it would actually weaken Unity. They are part of why Unity is divine, is people worship him.
Okay. Well,
So
yeah, that's
if they
part
stop
two. I'm good with.
worshiping him, then that weakens Unity, but that would make them potentially an enemy, and they've clearly
Okay.
survived for generations, many generations, under Unity's protection.
Yeah. So I think this is Enrique as a player. I think we should go do. Josh, you mentioned the Prime Directive. I think we need to do the opposite of the Prime Directive as our new mission here. Like, go to their paradise and purposely destroy their whole culture.
Wow.
So
This
we
is
can
all
maybe.
telepathically, right?
That was just me talking like
Correct. They are not saying
player.
that out loud.
Yeah, no, that's me being a player, not in character.
When they have
Since I can't
mental,
hear,
yeah.
since I can't hear any of this, I will just say that like I don't understand your questions about like the source of power. Like the source of power is God, but you know, if there's anything I can help you with, I'm happy to share my knowledge with you.
Yeah, I guess maybe I try to explain it. When we showed you that zoomed out picture, there's a lot of robots like you encounter in these hallways that come out of the mountain you live in to attack my city or impose itself upon it. They're powered by something within here. So
These are not actually here. I'm just putting them, but Brow transmits the mental image of these creatures to her. Eric, you can see them in your mind.
So I figured the same thing that creates these and powers those might be also providing your community with what
So we
they
share
need.
common enemies.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
You've seen
Yeah.
some of these in here. These are dangerous to your people. They're not friendly to your people usually either.
So yeah, I'm controversial thought here, but I think your god might also be in charge of these things that hurt my people and your people. Hard to believe, I know.
You also get a lot of memories transmitted to her, Eric, of them stomping on what are basically Roombas, little cleaning robots that are the size of a trash can lid, and are in fact, most of them are harmless.
I
And
saw a news article. Sorry, go ahead.
no, that's it. I just wanted her to have the memories of you guys stomping on Roombas.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw a news article saying that they're gonna like not let us bring Roombas from other countries into America anymore or something like that.
They just banned a car I wanted to buy. They banned Polestars because of that. Because
Yep,
the company that owns them is Chinese.
yep.
So
Maybe there's something to the Roomba bashing.
Meanwhile, Elon can see me brushing my butthole. Anyway.
so you're saying your belief, your understanding of God is that He is responsible both for all that is good and that all is evil.
There's many gods, and your god does both. I guess relative good from what you're showing, but also a lot of evil.
The truth that probably began to unravel for her, Eric, would be that taking so many trips outside of paradise to scavenge and explore and defend has shown her that the world is so much bigger than 90% of your people ever experience in their lifetimes. And the world, she got the sense that her world was 10 times the size of the rest of her people's just by her traveling around in these tunnels. And yet these guys are showing you that you have seen 1% of the world. So that's probably, I would suspect that's the cornerstone of her doubts. How big is the world?
Yes, no, I think that's very clear. I am struggling with the idea of whether my God is more limited than I thought, or whether my God is not more limited than I thought, but also perhaps not what I thought. So, does this exist outside of my God's power, or is this something that my God is responsible for? That seems like a bit of a crisis of faith.
Oh, Cassandra, you're saying don't push her to not believe. Is that what you're warning?
Just be careful. She's thinking the same things I was thinking before I went on to betray Unity and got killed.
Okay, yeah.
I wouldn't want what I went through for anyone.
Well, it's probably all part of your
She's
God's
been
divine
talking.
plan.
Crodden says she's been talking to Brow for 11 minutes and her brain is baked.
It's sometimes these bad things are just a part of God's divine plan, though. Here, so it might not be their fault. You just it's hard to understand sometimes. Don't worry. Just trying to reassure you a bit. And do I know your name yet? I don't think
My
we've
name.
asked. Yeah. What do your family in paradise call you?
Well, my name is True, which seems to be more of a lie than.
No. Even your name is fucking you up.
Could be the tongue spell.
Huh.
Just blame the tongue spell.
All right. Well, true.
You may call me you may call me true, and perhaps I will be able to laugh at the irony of that.
That's the best thing. Really, it's just what you believe is the most important thing, not the real truth. Sorry.
Does everyone in the party
I'm
speak
Augustus
Androfan?
Seabrow.
As a GM, I don't actually know.
I do.
I do.
Yeah. So you can
You
speak to her outside of the tongue spell. Your
Okay.
True's culture, her people only learn Androfan. They've found evidence of other languages, but they've always believed they were just dead or abandoned and everybody just spoke Androfan. And these people speak Androfan. They have a thick, funny accent, but they do speak it. And they clearly speak multiple other languages to each other. They dash in and out of common, a number of different languages. They're basically speaking Spanglish to each other and, kind of stiff English to you. And the tongue spell smooths all of this out so you understand perfectly, but that's what you're picking up. Which would probably then dawn on her that each one of them is from a completely different culture and peoples. They're just sort of expanding the world right in front of you.
Hey, GM Toby, do I need to be getting a little bit worried that I've been less than faithful in my thoughts about my God? And
You've been having these thoughts for months or years, and you're still able to cast spells. There's been no
okay,
sign that you're in trouble or bad, and your people, you've brought back food, supplies. You've done your job. You're trusted and respected. I think probably this is fairly internal for her, and she doesn't have anybody in her tribe to sit down and go, "Hey, is this all bullshit?" You don't think that would fly very well. You think they'd all worry about you and then they'd stop sending you out into the world.
Well, you don't have to worry about that too much. Maybe I went too fast. Sorry. But yeah, the point is, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than paradise there, but we help us out and we'll help you discover the truth about everything out there.
And she also, Eric, has her more immediate problem.
what is her more immediate problem?
The reason she's here is there have been some strange fluctuations in the energy, the light that flows into paradise. There have been more storms
right.
than usual, and you have traced it. You were all asked to trace it, but you were the one who found the conduit and tracked it for days and days and days to get. You're very far from home right now. Tracked it for days, followed it, and it enters a facility here, and she knows enough about technology and engineering to know that there is basically a fusion power source that obviously must have been created by God and connected to paradise for you, but somebody is interfering with it. And when you looked in on that, there was a lot of very dangerous enemies, and they are slowly eating the fusion power cell, which could be very bad for your people if they destroy it. And you had the choice of going all the way back home for 2 weeks, gathering as many warriors of your own as you could, coming back here, or seeing if these guys might want to align on this issue. Since they seem to take great joy
I will
in murdering
describe
you.
this. I'll describe this to them and see if if it's something that they would be interested in.
Yeah, power source, you said? Yeah, that's what I've been asking for the whole time. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we can help you with your problem. If you can help us provide safe passage through this place, we don't quite understand it. It has limitations on how we normally get through places, so if we can help each other out, it's worth it.
Agreed. I will thank you for your help.
Okay,
So-
where is this
Yeah,
power
which
source
direction?
and these people eating it?
Follow me.
And the other thing you know is that the area you're going to, where the problem is flooded. It's all underwater.
I will relay that in case that's a problem for these funny looking creatures.
Yeah, it's not for you. You don't need to breathe, but they do.
Yeah, that's what I. But these softies look like they may need to.
Softies. I like that.
Softies.
Yeah.
I ain't got no way of breathing. Although I have a bunch of stuff on my sheet, I have no clue what it is.
Oh, good. Yeah, we don't play this campaign that often, so it's always a bit of memory issues when we come back to it.
That and the 3 Toby scheming naming
No,
scheme is always
no,
a
no,
it's always
no,
a
no.
it's always a minefield.
Yeah, you do have a shitload of scrolls and potions. That is a lot. You still have a swamp egg.
Damn right I do. Saving that bitch.
Okay.
If you give me an
Desert.
hour, I can have some air bubbles.
Okay.
Right now, I just have one.
This you are familiar with, Eric. She's familiar with what they're doing. They are prepared type spellcasters. Meaning they know a ton of spells, but they have to sit down and think about it for like an hour to switch from one to the other. So that's what they're doing.
Right.
Does anybody need air bubble aside from Olbrin?
I think I probably do.
I have to make yours extra big, right?
Yeah. Because I'm so
Okay.
smart.
Yes.
Yeah, your helmet was in its original incarnation actually space-worthy, Brow, but the barbarians reforged it into its current version, and now it's not.
They made it better.
They made it better. Okay. Well, I assume after all this talk, she steps away from the wall, comes a little closer to them.
Yes.
She is quite tall. Taller than any of you, even a Crotton. And again, she moves with a cat-like grace, but you have the sense that she is vastly heavier than any of you either, also. And yeah, if there's any other convo that happens during that hour, we can have it, or if much of this conversation could have happened during that time, we can fast forward to having the air bubbles.
That works.
Okay.
Any other culture questions or rude nicknames you want to give the other groups?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that. So you're gonna air bubble on Olbrin, Brow, Akradin. Ulfred, do you still breathe, you cyber dwarf?
I don't think I don't breathe.
You don't
I think I
you
breathe.
don't breathe. That is a very interesting way to say that.
How long will we need to be underwater?
Eric, she knows that the answer is however long it takes you to destroy a bunch of really dangerous robots.
Okay.
Hmm.
I will convey that.
Well, we may be doing this in like 15-minute snippets.
How long does each air bubble last? Oh, I see, 15 minutes. And how many can you do?
Minute per level. Total of 4.
Okay.
It's not very long.
No,
He's a robot.
Yeah, I was. It's like it was. I thought he was just doing a voice, but that's the
No, it's
connection screwing up.
it's his hot spot. Apparently living in a nice Chicago neighborhood is difficult internet-wise.
They'll have to deal with the demons of Comcast.
It's one of the largest
unfortunately.
cities in America.
Okay.
Hey man.
Oh my god. That's the
Had to
Discord
find that one.
soundboard, Eric. That's a recording.
Nice.
Forgot about that one.
Give me a perception check, Eric, for her.
That is the sense, not sense motive. It's
Skills. It's skills, and it's just called perception.
Oh, there it is. Couldn't see it. My bad.
Okay. Over Castnet, Cass says, I'm going to try to do this subtly because I don't want to reveal myself to her yet. But Cass says, I can put life bubble on each of you for 2 hours.
That'd be great. Do you think you can do it subtly, though?
What does that do?
She seems rather perceptive.
She is very perceptive, says Cass, but I can't have you guys drowning while fighting robots. Akradin says, don't do it. I can do water breathing. Okay. Eric, what she perceives is their telepathy is fast, really fast. The only time you notice them sort of staring into the middle distance or looking at each other meaningfully is when they're like clearly having long conversations. If they just exchanging ideas, it happens so quickly you wouldn't catch them doing it. Okay, so you have water breathing. You moved money around. How does that affect your spells? Well, we'll put a pin in that. We'll come to that later. That's not how spells work. You don't just move money around. Okay.
Yeah, metaphorically, I moved some money around, big dog. You heard me.
Just over there with a wad of cash in his pocket going, yeah, I got your water breathing. Okay.
I Venmo the GM $30, and then I cast water breathing.
You better not have. I'm going to Venmo it right back. Okay, so the next phase is, as far as she knows, Eric, is this door off to the right with kind of orangish glow is sealed, and it leads into the flooded area.
Okay, and do I have a understanding of when the danger is at its peak?
Pretty quickly, you will, from your recollection, you will open that door. It immediately leads to a staircase, which you'll go 30 feet down before you reach the water level. and then you will swim down another couple 100 feet through a passage before you reach the fuel cell. And probably by the time you're almost in the room with the fuel cell, that's where you will see the robots. The reason they're not guarding the hallway is they seem like a very dumb type of robot, and they're actually just acting like a bunch of roaches feeding on the power, sucking up the electricity and chewing on conduits.
Okay, I will describe that as best I can to help them not die. And I will have a Blessing of Fervor spell ready to go when we go through the door and cast it as soon as we're through.
Toby,
Yeah.
what do I roll to know what effects my lightning spells will have in water and to my party
Oh, they're awesome.
and to this
they
device?
become AoE, including coming back and striking you.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Like if you
So I'm-
drop one of your typical chain lightnings underwater, you will fry yourself and everyone within about 15 or 20 feet.
Okay. Okay. So I'll be helpful. I'll be good for this fight.
Do we not have spell mastery?
No, not exactly. There are feats. There's ways to do that in this game. But yeah,
It's a crutch anyway.
it is a crutch. Everything's a crutch. I remember.
Well,
that.
I will let. So my god will be blessing you to help you survive this passage. So
there.
there. Stop saying bad things.
Yeah, stop it. Blessing of Fervor, the quick version, Eric, is I put a bunch of buffs on your buff tab of your character sheet, or you can activate them from your buffs button.
Yep.
And Blessing of Fervor can provide any one of those things at a time and you can switch it every round.
Yep. And my reading of it was that maybe I read it wrong though, that the target could pick, but or does
Yes,
the caster?
they can all pick too. You cast it on the party, and everybody gets their favorite buff, and they can switch at will. It's great. It's like haste, but better.
Toby,
Yeah.
that the infirmary where we just were.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
Never mind.
Good talk.
Don't
Good
mind.
talk. Good
I was
talk.
gonna say I was gonna cast contingency and get teleported back there, but I'll probably teleport through a wall and get discovered by Unity and die a horrible death. So never mind.
Yeah.
I am pretty useless for this place, guys.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be great.
You don't have anything that says lightning?
A lot of buff spells. Sorta ish.
You got it, disintegrate. I see there.
Disintegrate, but all of my teleports are worthless. So pretty much magic missile and disintegrate. Let's roll.
I think you just ethereal John. Just watch.
I don't have ethereal John.
Oh, okay. It looks like you do.
That's a mistake that
Okay.
you put it on me for some reason. I don't
Okay.
think I have a third.
Okay.
I don't think I have a third 7th level spell, do I?
I don't know. We'll figure that out at some point. We only play this one once a month, Eric, so we're all a little rusty on it. I think we missed the last.
Did
time or
I
two.
hear this talk about casting electrical spells in the water?
Yeah. They're discussing such things.
I'm gonna cast a. Hang on here. I will be putting a resist energy on myself, I think.
Okay. Do you have the communal version?
Yeah.
What kind of robots are these, Miss Truth? Do they shoot energy weapons? Do they just try to crush your face? What do they try to do?
From what you saw, they are rogue repair bots, which sometimes happen. Repair bots are floating balls with like 5 to 7 long extendable tentacles that come out of them, and sensors in every direction. They see in every direction, hear in every direction, and they typically float or fly. They can go in water. They're all terrain, and they normally cruise around repairing parts of the walls, the machinery, the world, other robots, but sometimes they go completely rogue, and these are doing that. They are tearing the place apart. So they're flying tentacle monsters. They are immune to electricity. Oh, we got prot from energy and resist energy. That means that every electrical attack you take, you reduce by 20, and then it comes off of your pro energy buffer, which is 120 points. Let me see.
But it sounds like after conferring that perhaps we're not going to be throwing energy spells around in the water.
Probably shouldn't.
Maybe one with all this protection.
All right. Am I going through the door first, or is somebody volunteering?
I'll go.
Okay. What security cards do you have? Say again?
I'm going to put pro electricity on us just in case, because I think these creatures are down there eating power, so there might be some kind of electrical hazard.
Mm-hmm.
I have red.
Okay. You swipe a red card.
Yep.
Eric, she searched for years to find the various security cards, and she has one of the highest cards that her people has access to. These cards open doors. There's doors that are very difficult to open, and if you have the card, you swipe it past the thing and it opens right up. And these interlopers have a red card, which is the same level of clearance you have. Let's see. Huge, heavy doors slowly slide open. You immediately smell stagnant water, and dust, dirt. Those cleaning robots haven't got in here for a while. And a long staircase that turns to the north. Maybe it goes down about 30 or 40 feet. Very wide hallway, almost 20 foot wide. And then it's going to turn north, and you will see a pool of water. You all read Androphen, so the walls are saying high voltage, warning.
Okay. I'm gonna be really slow because all macros are broken.
Uh-oh. Your skills have been working. Are your spells busted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that or I'm just out of third level spells. I can't tell.
Let me look. No, you have 6 out of 8.
Okay, yeah, it's shit's just
Did
broken.
it rename them all to 4 letters?
I tried 4 level, I tried full, and I just tried to roll through the menu and it said something failed. So I don't know what any of that means. Although it did let me roll shield, so I don't know what that means either.
Roll shield. What the heck? What were you trying to cast?
Haste.
I'll look into that. I just went through the quick menu and did it, and it worked. So it's some kind of permissions thing again. We'll get it fixed. I'll put my best Claude on it.
Please do.
I will. Okay. And 1 second. Okay. Eric, you can cast Blessing of Fervor at will. You're pretty sure you're going to meet hostile robots here pretty quickly.
I think I did cast it.
You did? Okay, good. Then it's up. Let me know if any of you don't have ye old Blessing of Fervor buffs. In fact, I think
I don't think I have it.
Okay, let me do this.
I just have. I mean, I have like a normal haste. This is not.
I put displacement on you, Alfred.
Sick.
I still got that.
There we go. Okay, and then we do this. Put that back on you. Okay. Did it work? It did. You should all now have the Blessing of Fervor options in your buff lists.
I will always be on plus AC until I tell you different.
Okay. I've put you on that. Some of the protection spells are missing their icons. I'll fix that. Okay. You guys are going to enter the water. Go into that water because it must be done.
My Blessing of Fervor is stuck on stand up now, for some reason.
Hell yeah. That's probably the least useful one.
That is awesome.
Okay, you wanted it on spell or extra attack? Haste gives you an extra attack.
I was gonna do the
Kiss Monkeyfish and Oldbrin. Oh,
attack,
sorry.
AC and reflex save.
Okay, gotcha. Let me get you a haste buff. Okay. Okay. Any other buffs before we go in?
I'm good. I put heightened awareness on myself. But that's it.
Okay. You feel extra aware. Okay.
Now, should I be Shield of Faith? I don't know what that is.
Your Ring of Protection kind of supersedes it. It's something you
Okay.
put on, it's something you put on people who have crappy equipment.
Okay.
Divine Favor you want. Makes you do more damage.
Or Divine Power if you get it.
Yeah, she doesn't have that yet.
Bodo.
Stoneskin Communal is not a bad idea. Do you want to do that one, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody gets Stoneskin.
Awesome.
Does everyone have a way to see in pitch black?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Solid. The party of dark vision.
Only home without it.
As you go down these stairs into the water, most of you are so heavy you can sort of walk along the bottom. I think only Oldbrin actually has to swim. Well, Mr. Brow probably. You see cables and panels ripped out of the wall. You see parts where the floor is partially torn up by heavy clamps and claws ripping it up like it's paper. Beings of incredible strength went through here and just damaged the hallway as they went. And at the bottom of the stairs, you can see that it's going to open up into a larger room, and you see there's an odd bluish green fluctuating glow at the bottom of the stairs. Your dark vision, which you needed on the stairway down, you actually don't think you'll need in this room. You see pulsing lights, and you're about to enter that space. Let's see, let me drag you over to the energy core. And as you reach the kind of lower level here, you can see huge machinery just 30 feet to your left, to your right. long machinery that runs from the south end of the room to the north. A huge chunk of the ceiling is collapsed on one of those. There's massive stone debris in front of you. If you weren't swimming, this room would be very difficult to walk through. And at the far end of the room, over 100 feet north of you, you see a huge 20-foot diameter globe of brownish gold metal with cables entering it from 15 different sides. And it clearly is not supposed to be laying on the floor. Some of the cables that are entering it are at like full tension, holding it in place. Some of the others are slack and torn apart. And it's difficult to isolate what exactly is all over it. There's so much movement of other pieces of metal, tentacles, ropes, and cables. It's sort of a writhing ball. It looks like a ball of spider eggs. There's so many different mechanical creatures crawling over it. Pretty great, huh?
Yeah.
And Olbrin, I'm not even going to make you roll. There's a lot of electricity in here. You can just feel it.
Yeah.
The water has a latent charge to it, and there's occasional spikes. It's nothing damaging yet. You probably wouldn't feel it through all your pro electricity spells yet, but you think if you didn't have resist energy up, you would be taking low-grade electrical damage just being down here.
Okay, pass that along.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
I'd hate for any of you to cast Detect Radiation. It would just worry you.
Good thing you don't have that spell.
We're all irradiated.
Probably won't
Living in Numeria.
So how do you approach this?
I am looking through my bag and all my items to see if I have anything that helps.
And if I know anything more about this that I haven't already relayed, I will.
It's tough to
I
talk
have begun
underwater,
to
but you
suspect
can use the little big head man telepathy.
I
Guessing-
begin to gather that they maybe know a little bit more about, well, engineering than maybe I do. But so if there's anything that I know that may help them understand it better, we'll pass it on.
You could convey that these robots are designed to repair and maintain this room, and they have just abandoned their charge and are eating it.
I rolled a 24 knowledge engineering off. Also, tell us anything new, Toby?
This power cell is more energy in one place than you have ever encountered. More energy even than possibly the reactors that are under the city of Torch, which you guys have encountered before. And yet, it ain't big enough to power everything you've already seen in this facility. There must be a lot of these. And most of them must be in better shape than this one if the place still has power.
Huh?
And probably, this is not the only power cell connected to True's Paradise and other locations, the food court, the med lab. There's probably a bunch of them, but if you knocked out enough of them, all of Silver Mountain might lose power.
I'm rummaging through my bag and I pull this out and kind of wave it towards the party and like shrug. And I hold up
a 40 millimeter high explosive grenade.
Yeah. Would this work? Will this work down here?
See a Crabben doing the math.
Knowledge engineering, Olbrin's is 24. It's pretty good. You're almost certain that, yeah, both of you think that would definitely hurt lots of robots. You all agree that would hurt lots of robots. Brow, it occurs to you that it might actually hurt that ball of radioactive energy. And you don't know if it would explode, killing everything
Yeah.
within a mile, or if it would just crack open, slowly killing everything within a mile.
But either way, I'm pretty sure I'd kill everything in a mile.
Yeah.
How far is Starfall from here? Within a mile?
The radiation
I'm-
would not probably get out of here. It would kill you guys and everything, in the next several chambers. But this facility,
Yeah.
all these
That could
walls,
fine.
everything is actually really well shielded. So you could contain pretty awful conditions in any one of these corridors, really.
Okay. Well, that could fine.
Not something that would occur to any of your characters, but it is a spaceship, and so every area is its own bulkhead and can be separated.
Do we see these repair bots? How many do we see?
It's hard to tell how many there are. There's at least 6 or 8 of them, maybe more.
Okay.
Thunderchonk. Oh, we're doing drugs. True, you see them start to get high.
Because I got high.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is
Oh, you've read about this.
I don't know.
Full biologicals, they like to do this. They like to eat mushrooms that adversely affect their brains. They like to smoke things that adversely... Anything that messes up their thought processes, they, for some reason, seek it out.
I politely look away and try to hide my pity.
Atta girl. That's the way.
If I get next to who with a animagic field up, who does that screw over? Everybody but Hidden Crowden?
Animagic field hurts everybody, including
Yeah.
you, I would think. You would lose your
Including
ability
me?
to breathe underwater, yeah.
We're all hyped up on Magic
and
Mountain Dew.
Anti-tech, sorry. Said the wrong thing.
Oh, anti-tech field would screw over Ulfred, and it would possibly adversely affect True. And Cass points out that it would knock you off Castnet. Not that that's necessarily detrimental, but browse telepathy should still work.
I mess up some of my items, though, which I'm using to see right now.
Oh, dark vision.
Yeah, I have that through my helmet. Well, so these things are repairing it, we said, so I guess we don't...
Oh, they're eating it. They're supposed to.
Oh, they're eating it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got confused when you said repair bots. Okay, well, so I guess we should attack them?
Well,
How many were there? Like hundreds? Like a swarm?
at least 6 to 8. It's hard
Oh,
to tell.
okay.
They're kind of in a writhing mass of tentacles at the moment.
Okay, well, do you guys want to start the fight if no one has any other ideas?
I get my spear out.
Okay.
Okay.
I can kick us off with some black tentacles. If you guys are down. Or maybe we should try to lure them away from the thing and then before we start blasting at them.
I like starting blast.
Well, given the silence, I'm just gonna shoot them to kick it off. Cast Disintegrate on the one closest to me.
Okay. Are you within range?
It's 250 feet, so I would think so,
Oh my
probably.
god, yeah, totally. Okay. We will... Let me do... Oops, I'm on the measurement tool. Derp. Get back on the select tool. Okay, the nearest one to you attempts a fort save. And fails. You disintegrate. You blast one of the robots with a green beam of light that lights up the entire room. Actually, it's kind of beautiful underwater. It makes the entire room just glow green for an instant, and all of its panels fall apart and start to burn to ash. Cables, it just sort of explodes in a little puff of dust and electrical shocks. Screws and bolts, cables, and pieces of tentacles fall to the ground. It is instantly destroyed. And we will roll initiative. Is that under utilities? Where is that button for Eric?
Under combat.
Under combat, you found it, okay.
Yep.
Josh, let me know if your thingy screws up. I shall fix it. Or I'll just roll really bad for you.
I rolled a 24. I think you rolled.
You did. You're good. Glad something works around here. Jeez.
Sorry, I've been digging through the media trying to find stuff.
Gotcha. Roll NPCs. Okay. Eric, since you're new to Foundry, you can right-click on the little cross swords under the chat button to pop out your initiative tracker if you want to. Okay. The writhing mass at the disintegrate, the writhing mass flails and churns even faster than it was, and you see a number of 4-foot diameter balls with like 8 tentacles attached to various sides of them, eyes glowing orange, blinking red lights, antennae sticking out. They all emerge and start very, very fast, very speedily swimming towards you. And this one can go, oops, dang, Opera GX, there we go, 60 feet towards you, at which point, let's see, what is the range? 35, I don't think he can. Oh no, he can. Because they have extended range for that. Boop. They start swimming through the water at you, and when they get close, you don't see anything. But the water suddenly turns extremely cold around you. And you can start to feel little ice crystals forming around you on all sides, like needles against your skin. And you feel slowed. Everyone can roll a will save.
$34.
Dang, you're fine.
Natural 20. Roll out. Natural 20. Roll out.
Okay. Mr. Brow, you are slowed. Oh, wait.
So it just dispels my blessing of fervor, right?
No, it
Yes.
dispels your haste.
It dispels the haste that Olbern put on you, that's all.
Oh, okay.
So, good news for you. Everyone else, you keep your haste. Brow, your haste is dispelled. And next turn will be...
Your style is unorthodox, but
Got it.
effective.
I will ready a greater bladed.
Okay. Greater bladed dash, I think I heard.
I heard Vader played him.
Very good, very good.
All right. How fast can I move?
You can use your fly speed if you have one. Or
Okay.
swim speed, or you can walk at 1/3.
I shall use my fly speed.
Okay,
And just because I can, I will use my rocket boot.
do it.
Hell yeah.
Because I haven't used them in like literal years.
Hell yeah. Underwater, the dwarf lifts off of the ground, and there is a 20-foot plume of churned bubbles and water behind him as he blasts forward through the dark water.
And I charge this guy.
Get him. Teach him a lesson. Can't do that to you.
Actually, I won't charge because I'm doing the rocket boots, so I can do the vital strike.
Oh, okay. .32 hits his, I believe, potato-ish armor class. Yes. And he takes pretty much all of that damage, but he is a reinforced repair bot. Quite tough. He's still there.
Fair. That wasn't a very good roll, so that's my turn.
Olbrin.
Hey.
Let's see. Ulfrid just charged 40 foot forward to hit the first small one to come at you. There are 4 more small ones 100 feet north of you in a huge room filled with debris. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move up.
Of course, as you know, you are wearing a wedding suit.
I'm gonna. I don't know what's the range on slow. Is it 25 plus?
It's close. It's close
So
range.
25. I'm at 15th level.
For you, I
No,
think
they're
it ends up being
different.
like 40 or 50.
I think
The
it's
other
25 plus 5 per level. So whatever that ends up being.
Let me see. Slow, 60 foot for you.
60 foot. Okay, so I'll move up to where I get that bunch. Get as many as I can in range.
Okay, you will have to move up about 45 feet.
Okay, before I do that, in Karadin, would it help you if I throw you into action?
He's muted. He might be having.
I don't think it will. I don't understand his character enough to, but I don't think that would help him, will it?
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah, there you are.
Throw me.
Throw you?
Yeah. He
Okay.
said throw him.
Okay, that didn't work, so...
Which spell is it?
If I need to dash through them is my whole thing. So if you can ever throw me to a position where I will soon after be able to dash on a 30-foot line and pass multiple enemies, I can whack as many as I can pass.
Oh,
you
yeah.
mentally tell
That's
me
my
where you
main
want me
thing.
to... You mentally tell me where you want me to throw you, and I will throw you.
No! They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
There it is.
I can-
Telekinetic charge. Okay, so that been forever since I read that spell. You launch an ally across the battlefield. 60 feet. So just above the ground. Yeah. What's the range on your blade dash?
It is 30 feet. Is this the whole thing that you're doing this round, Olbrin?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say if it was, then you could throw me behind them as they're coming in, so I can dash to stand next to Ulfrid. But
No,
if you're doing something else this round, just throw me
That's-
next to him, and that'll be great.
That's the second thing I'm doing, so...
Perfect. Yeah, just throw me next to the dwarf. I'll back him up.
Okay. There's some fails. Wow. Okay. Went for gin and tonic. Good move. Okay. Several of them have been slowed.
Okay, and then that's my turn.
And you relocated Akradin up there. Okay.
Yeah, wherever he wanted to be at with Sorty.
Okay. As you, let's see, and you moved forward to throw the slow spell. Gotcha. So you're halfway up the room. Okay. From behind the reactor itself emerges a globe that you couldn't see before. A sort of big metal ball. Huge 30-foot tentacles unfurl in all directions behind it. And a huge version of the repair bot with a strangely warped head. It has 2 yellow eyes and a huge toothy maw with a glowing orange light in the back of its throat. It actually just looks sort of like a sea monster. It looks like the repair bot has redesigned, refit itself to look like a terrifying monster. But those of you with enough knowledge engineering can recognize the parts that went into this, but there it is. And it cruises over the top of the others, out from behind the reactor. And moves into the center of the room and bathes the entire room in an intense discharge of lightning.
Oh, yeah.
Can all... Basically, you can try to make a reflex save. I don't know how you'd actually save against this, but somehow you do. So if you make your save, you take 30 electrical damage on your protection from electricity. If you fail your save, you take 60. Because
what was the save?
It was DC 24.
Hell yeah, I made it.
You made it. Ulfred made it. True, you took the full 60 off your pro electricity that Akradin put on everybody. Your resist electricity reduces the amount by 20 first, so we take that off the top. Brow, you also take 60 off your prot electricity, which means you have 60 left. It has 120 damage absorption. So good job.
I don't take any damage above that since it's like 80 or whatever.
No, it's 80, but you guys have both of the best electricity resistance spells in the game on you.
Okay.
Thanks to your spellcasters being clever.
Hell yeah.
Slow. This squid slowly cruises across the room. This squid slowly cruises across the room. That's their entire turn. And let's see. I'm gonna give you our standard guest character hype track. Everybody gets a hype track on their turn, Eric. So here's yours.
Is that bitch a clock? Yeah, it's thick, dirty.
So that's you.
That checks out.
Yeah. What does she do with this mayhem? These guys do seem like they have flown into action with disintegrates and spells, and they are absolutely fearless in the face of deadly robots.
Yes, hesitation is for the weak. I will also,
Hell yeah.
I guess charge in, though you will now have to give me some table coaching as, I have never done this Pathfinder combat. How far can I get up there and still make an attack? Do I have to, go opportunity?
She has a haste spell. She has... I think... It's tactically, this is a tough fight for her. She's not a good underwater fighter. Actually, wait a minute.
I mean, a spear should be fine in melee underwater, I would think.
You are fine in melee. You can throw it a short distance. But I'm
assuming it's not a returning spear, so I don't want to throw my spear unless I
Well, you have a spell, first level spell called Returning, which makes it so. And
Ah.
I'm going to back game that for you. That's up. And
Okay, thank you.
I'm also going to back game for you this one because freedom of movement does not just free you from grapples and hold person spells, it allows you to attack normally underwater.
Oh, yeah, that's a good spell.
And
Good job, past me.
Move normally underwater. It does not grant water breathing, but you got that another way, so because you don't need it. So she actually just runs through the water like it's not there.
Awesome.
So
That was
she
great
can-
spellcasting me in the past.
Yeah, good job. So she can. This thing is going to have reach. She is probably going to, if you're really feeling brave, she's going to sprint across the room to where she is within reach with her spear. That is going to give this big giant monster an attack of opportunity because it has a 20-foot reach with its tentacles. So when she gets right around here in the room, you're going to go up to skills and roll acrobatics for me. And we're going to hope that she rolls just not terrible. She's very good at this.
All right.
She runs across the debris. She half runs, half swims, sort of slipping through the air, the water like it's air. And round about this giant chunk of debris right in front of the fission repair bot, she does this crazy thing where she puts her spear in front of her, jumps into the air, turns her body into essentially a giant spear, and corkscrews past multiple tentacles that try to grab her. And you can do, under inventory, you can do a vital strike. And if I were you, I would probably put...
I will bane that one.
I would Bane, put Robot Bane on it. I would not Power Attack because these things have monstrously high armor class. So Bane, yes, and Charge, yes, but no Power Attack. And Haste. Make sure Haste is checked because that gives you +1 to hit. Well, that's
Alright.
one of your buffs anyway, so.
And then full attack or single attack? I don't know.
See, it won't matter with True Strike, or Vital Strike, they're the same.
Okay.
It's just one big hit. And I think you crit.
Nice.
Its armor class is 42. You crit confirm for 146, but it is immune to electricity. So it does take 21, 31, 34, 46. It takes 100 from the spear. You all watch her do it. She demonstrates that she is dangerous as fuck with that spear. Somehow she ignores water, weight, physics, and flies through the room like some Crouching Tiger shit and drives that spear straight into one of its main joints, wrenches it back and forth, and you see bits of metal and bolts go flying out of its body. It flails wildly at her. Mr. Brown.
Yes. I'm gonna target behind the big guy, the other little small ones. Make sure it's in range. It is. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to slow them down so they don't come up and attack anyone else here. You might have to move the thing because I can't scroll my screen up anymore. I accidentally clicked the spell too early. But I'm trying to target the middle of the reactor that they're on to put Black Panther in.
Oh, you got it. That's a good spot, actually. I think you hit all the ones you really want to hit.
Oh yeah, I guess I got the other guy too. Yeah.
Foundry befouled your graphics, but the spell works fine. Yeah. That's going to completely immobilize this one, and this one, and that one. Pretty good.
Okay. And I'll spend the rest of my turn just moving over here.
Okay. Very good.
That's
Very good. This guy's grappled. That guy's grappled. You, sir, are grappled. You can't move. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
It's bad bitch a clock.
Sweet.
Sorry. This one, which is, yeah, it's in melee with really dangerous people. It attempts to grab a Crawdon. Let's see, his touch is 28. It actually only grabs him once and does 26, but resist electricity is on, so he only loses 6 off of his pro electricity. I'm gonna do that for him since I think Tim is having internet troubles. So he's down 36. So he's at 84. Got it. Okay. Okay. That's that.
Your style is unorthodox, but effective.
He said he wanted to blade dash through the enemy. So, where is that? Here we go. Oops. I think he'd already spent that.
Can you hear me?
Can.
There he is.
Oh my god. Yeah, don't get me started on Comcast. Okay, bladed dash I think is spent. I'm hoping I still have a greater bladed dash.
You do.
I think I do.
You do.
Okay, we
You
do
had
that,
something
which
ready,
is a standard
whatever-
action.
Whatever you had ready.
Yeah, that was greater.
Okay.
Yeah, greater bladed dash is what we had ready, and we also do dimensional blade, which is a swift action. It makes me hit on touch, and I can't load Foundry, so I can't see the map. But if they're coned up around Ulfred and I bladed dash through them and can make, I think 3 of attacks.
Okay.
I think
30
3
feet in a straight line.
on different enemies.
Yeah. You can get 2 and leave yourself up front with True in melee with the big one. And it does your, what does it do?
That'll
Your
do.
Your vital strike or full single attack?
It does vital strike, and it does. Each attack is made at the full bonus, and with dimensional blade, it hits on touch.
So you want
So
to
yeah,
pack
I don't know if I can use vital strike with this spell or not. It's better to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to. Okay. Even underwater, Akrodin uses magic to push himself violently 30 feet forward over the debris, through 2 of them, and yep. One of them, the one right in front of you, explodes. You cut it in half and little robot bits go in every direction. The other one is very nearly destroyed, several tentacles removed, and it's almost destroyed. And you are up front with True right next to the big one. And it's Ulfred's turn.
Gonna be smart about this. I'm going to use Roich's Moit. Does that automatically? I think I'm frozen. Oh shit! Did I
hear ya.
break my? Did I break my character?
No, he's fine.
Okay, I just can't see his portrait anymore.
Okay. He's, that is strange. Yes, his portrait is, I think maybe the buff is broken.
Could be.
We haven't played this in a while. So you want to head for the big guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my whole turn.
Okay. If you run all the way in on him, you will provoke. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Chad's provoke. Let's see. Whips
He has
you.
displacement on too.
Ulfred does?
Yep.
Yeah, it made me. Instead of making me that misses, but instead of making me large, it made me fine. That's funny.
Oops, I think maybe something's there may be a decimal place off.
There we go.
What the hell? This is what happens when like there's Foundry updates and we haven't played in months. Everything goes haywire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that misses, so now I'm in position.
Okay, you're in position. He did not get a hold of you. Over.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, you were in a terrible position because you went the farthest forward, but your melee corps did their jobs. True, Akrodin, and Ulfred are now in front of you about 15 feet, and the big bad is about 25 feet north of you. The little ones are more or less dealt with. The black tentacles caught 2 of them. Akrodin just trashed one and killed another. So really the big guy is the only remaining concern.
In that case, I... To eat a thunder chunk, what kind of an action is that? Is that a move or standard? It's probably standard, right?
It's a move, but yeah, I'm not sure if you're gonna need it. The team is being highly effective.
Okay, then I do this.
I really didn't expect this from you guys after 2 months off, but you have buffed really well.
You expect us to be shitty, didn't you? Didn't you?
Maybe I did.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought
Yeah.
that was possible that you guys would just walk in here ass first, completely unprepared.
Throw a grenade at the reactor.
Say that again, Enrique?
Oh, I said walk in there, throw a grenade at the reactor, kill ourselves.
That idea was presented, I believe.
Yeah.
Your next spell is instant, sir.
I thought that said chicken.
Rod of Meta Magic Chicken. That's it. That's going to be an item. It's going in the game. That's a 3 a.m. item at 9 p.m.
I cast that on the big boy.
You think you already hit him with that, and he seems
Oh,
to
did
be
it?
unaffected. Your previous one did touch him, and he does not seem to be slow. The little guys are slow.
Oh, well then I don't do that. You didn't
Yeah.
tell me that.
I am sorry.
Shitty GM, I tell you what.
I cheat all the time. I cheat.
Mm. Man, digging through many episodes this morning.
Okay. True Strike is up. You're gonna, shocking grasp him now?
You laugh, but I could.
You could. You're both immune to electricity, so it would be. Okay, that's probably better.
Just do a normal handshake.
Disintegrate. You hit his touch AC. He gets to attempt a fort save versus your deadly spell. He rolls a 3 and takes 104 disintegrate damage. He is still alive because he started this out with almost 400 HP.
Good lord.
He's a big boy, but you just burned 25% of huge panels could get ripped off of his body. Major chunks of machinery fall out of him. In fact, what falls out of him is you see 5 or 6 more of those little ones that are not active. They're just little balls of metal and tentacles, and they just fall out of his body.
Gross.
Sink to the bottom of the room.
Feed.
And he blasts the entire room again with electricity. Everyone can make a reflex save. He does this. There's a blinding light in the room. Yeah,
I didn't make that one.
great reflex save. If you failed, then your prot electrical takes 67. Which means yours is almost down. Josh. You got 23 left. I'm going to blow you to Mars if you're still there next round, bitch.
What was the DC?
24.
It is DC 24. And after his electrical discharge, you see him furiously with two of the tentacles carrying himself. Let's see why that didn't roll, but there we go. Repairs himself for Piddly Dingus. And then the tentacles come out flying, flailing in all directions. See one reach out and whip towards Ulfred. What is your AC actually right now, sir?
36.
Gotcha. Tagged you with
Roll.
the first one.
Roll to miss.
Oh, you think I use
Oh,
his
right.
eyeballs to see? I do not. He does not suffer
Bullshit.
displacement.
Bullshit.
Yep. Yep. How about that? How about that? And the tentacle wraps around Ulfred. You probably negate that electrical, but you do take the force damage.
Okay.
As it crushes you, and then it pulls you towards its giant toothy maw and opens its mouth, and inside its mouth you see what looks like thermonuclear fire. If you don't escape the
This is
grapple by
fine.
its next turn, it will eat you. The second attack completely misses True with a natural 1. The third attack, Akrodin, what's your AC? 38. Akrodin actually dodges that one. And the last attack will come back towards True, and she will dodge that. Okay. A flurry of furious tentacling happens. This one is going to, no, it's going to try and touch Olbrin. Yes.
You provoke, you say.
It does move through your sphere. You are grappled, though. Do you get AOs against? When you're
I
grappled?
don't think there's anything that says you can't do AO. I could be wrong. It's been a long time.
You still got your arm free. You can take a swat. I'm good with it. Otherwise, I'm going to shock the shit out of your wizard. I'm going to get him. Ooh, natural 22.
Natural 20. Roll out.
You connect with the little robot on its way to Olbrin, but it also connects with Olbrin, and Olbrin takes the resist electricity, eats that one. He's fine. Does not take it. This thing grabs onto Akrodin.
Natural 20. Roll out.
I think you take a grand total of, because these are versus touch, your resist electricity reduces them by 20 each. Are you back in Foundry yet, Tim, or should I apply this to you?
No, I can see it. I'm having some trouble with Discord.
Okay. I think you just took about 8 points of electrical off of your prot bubble. Nothing really.
Is that bitch a clock?
True.
Yeah, it's thick 30.
Eric, she is close enough now that she could do a full attack, like multiple swings, and that's probably what she would do because she likes to have multiple chances to crit.
Let's do that.
I still don't think she would want to power attack because its AC is so high.
And I want to check haste as well, right?
You are hasted. And then full
Yep.
attack.
Yep.
When you succeeded, Mr. Brow, you took 30 off your prop level. Some decent stuff. Oh, sorry, Eric. You want to go to your inventory and trigger it from the Silvermount Spear.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. And that'd still be a vital strike or just a regular attack?
No, regular attack.
Okay.
Regular attack, she gets to swing 3 or 4 times with haste, so
Okay.
she wants that one.
Got it.
You can do Bane, though. You should do Bane.
Yep. Got it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a lot more dice.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. The crit does not confirm, unfortunately, because its armor class is 42. But he does take 26. Your spear cuts through his DR. He takes 26. He takes 28, 54, 76, down to 73. No, 85. Takes a shitload. Super damaged, almost dead. She is cutting it to pieces, ripping out wires and cogs and wheels and armor plating with her spear. She is just carving it up. Mr. Brow.
Okay, the big one about to eat Ulfrid.
It's trying to.
Yeah. So, can I tell? Is it look? You said it took up like 20 like big pieces of his paneling came off earlier and stuff. Is it pretty fucked up?
It's very fucked up.
Yeah. Man, as much as I want to see it try to eat Ulfrid, I'll cast Disintegrate on it.
Okay. Its touch AC is 19. You hit. It attempts a fort save to take the lesser option of damage. Once again, rolls piss, but it does have an amazing fort save of plus 20. So it only takes 26, which means it's barely still alive.
I would roll on 5d6 though.
Yeah, that's an awesome roll for the secondary damage. You are slowed and grappled, sir. It's just not even. I don't know.
Your style is unorthodox, but
Prodded.
effective.
Let's see if Tim can push buttons via his 28.8 modem.
I'm trying, boss.
You got this.
I did it.
Oh my god. And you hit his amazing armor class. He is a Crodden. She has peeled away the outer layer of armor here, and she drives her spear straight down into its body, grabs it with both hands, puts her feet on the side of its head, and uses her entire body to like press its armor plating fully open, exposing this huge, looks like its own internal battery system and a huge conduit between that and its head. And Akrodin leaps into the breach she's made in its body and kills it, stabbing it straight through the power conduit, and the entire thing, all the tentacles, slowly sink down to the ground. It is dead. Teamwork. You are now, he says, you are now property of the Technic League. That's not funny. This crowd does not laugh at that, I don't think. Just kidding. Okay, cool. Okay. The lesser robots go limp and are caught in a slow and black tentacle spell anyway. You're out of combat.
I'll do knowledge engineering on the reactor to see if I can understand like a way to potentially patch it up or something,
I'll assist you.
or destroy it. Either one. Destroy it safely.
I can roll the 13 to assist.
It is somehow still functional. There are multiple points where its wiring is exposed and discharging into the water. Ironically, the water in the room was intended to be some sort of emergency cooling system. It is being pumped into the room on one side and pumped out of the room on the other side and filtered. That's why you guys are not horribly irradiated right now. The entire room is essentially in Scram crisis mode, which has the reactor running at something like 1 or 2% of its output, and yet it was still enough for them to feed off of it. So it's in a really poor state, but still salvageable.
Okay. And just to make sure my understanding is this thing is powering his the Faith Forged Paradise. It's like part of what helps their place stay afloat.
It's
Is that
connected
right?
to them, yeah. True followed the conduit from their hometown to here. Just
Okay,
miles.
but at the same time, we thought disabling this would give Unity less power, right?
Disabling this would make life harder for the Faith Forged, and they worship Unity.
Okay. Well, if we didn't have a new NPC friend from there, then I think the decision would be really easy that we just disable this thing and fuck the Faith Forged. But
wow.
I guess we won't do that.
I mean, do I have any sense of any connection to this thing?
Yeah, you can roll a knowledge engineering check. Anybody that buys it can. Impressive roll. She understands that this thing is connected to your home, and the reason you came here is because you realize that some manner of power is piped into your home from here, and something is wrong with this thing. She doesn't quite grasp the greater implications of what this thing is.
I'm also going to check out the ones that just fell out of him that were.
It was modifying itself and modifying its support robots. It's normal for this thing to be a ball of tentacles and contain like 12 smaller, lesser versions of itself that it can deploy. This thing can repair. It can do amazing repair work when it's functional. But something went rogue in it.
Alfred, do you think you can do something to help repair this?
I can certainly try.
Would a mending spell help?
Mending
I can.
helps a little bit. I think Alfred might have a bigger version of that.
Yeah, I can use. I think I can use cure spells and stuff to on tech.
Oh, that'll be fun for True to see. Go ahead and do that.
Oh, damn.
How damaged does it look?
It is chewed open in multiple places. What they were actually doing was chewing into the power arteries come out of it, pumping power out of it. So they hadn't actually breached the core itself. They were just siphoning off electricity. So if you fix those, the room will no longer be electrified. You could leave it in water-cooled mode. Makes it kind of hard to do anything in here without water-breathing spells, but the reactor would continue to function probably for centuries.
1 second. I want to actually look up my ability. It's been way too long since I've used it.
Yeah. Well, this could be a culturally important moment for True.
It is not on my sheet.
You should probably at least have access to, like, make whole. And it's been a while since I used.
Oh, it's when I use channel energy.
Your channel energy can heal mechanical things?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Eric, roll knowledge religion for her, please.
Alrighty. 3.
Yeah. She senses it. She feels what's going on. There is an immense focus of energy on the dwarf, on Ulfred. He walks forward and puts his hands on, like takes his gloves off, puts his bare hands on these ruptured cables where they chewed through. Electricity should be shocking and destroying him, but you see the sort of softer rubber casing reform around the cables to reseal them and insulate them again. He closes up the reactor, repairs it immensely, more than 100 mending spells. It would have taken hours or days worth of work with mending spells and repair tools to do what he just did in moments. And more importantly, what True notices is that the incredible focus of divine energy around Ulfred was not from your deity. It was from some other deity that allowed him to heal the mechanical. And you felt its power and warmth heal you a little bit too. It heals, I believe Ulfred heals biologicals and mechanicals.
I don't think my spells do that.
Yes.
Yeah, he's different. And he's either channeling the divine in a different way or channeling a different divine source.
Okay, I'm going to
Don't
quietly
different.
have a little crisis of faith over here.
Okay, cool. Okay, anything else you guys need to do in this room?
Is there anything interesting in the rubble potentially? They could
Do we
find.
need to drain the water out of here?
If you repair it some more, if you spend some more time doing this, you could drain the water and restore the room to normal operation. It would still be kind of a disaster zone looking, but
Just clean up robots for that.
yeah. Gonna take
I
a
will
lot of
use
Roombas.
detect magic, look around the room and perception and stuff just to see if there's anything buried in here somewhere.
Okay. There is not a lot of magic in here other than you guys. The reactor itself radiates almost none. It's a technological artifact, not magical at all. The room is 0 to 1 out of 10. You know, people like Ulfred and True and Akradin are 10 out of 10. And then you notice that there is some residual magic aura, maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10 on the big rogue repair bot. It had some kind of magical effect going on it.
Okay. Nothing. It's not concentrated on like a certain item or something. It's just like the whole thing radiated.
It's a big robot and it's torn to pieces, so you're able to figure out that the latent magical aura, which was actually a strange type of enchantment, is on its central processor, on what effectively is its brain. It had a
Can I
spell
tell
on its
what
brain.
that enchantment is?
Mm-mm.
It's spellcraft.
You can tell you can just tell the school of magic is enchantment, which is weird because it was a robot. And
I'm gonna search
enchantment
the room.
spells don't normally work on robots, but also healing magic doesn't normally work on fission reactors, and you just saw that happen.
Yeah.
I'm also going to
Is
search the room and see if there's anything else that we haven't noticed yet.
If anyone has any items that are powered by electricity, or if you have any dead batteries, there are multiple points in here where you can connect and fully charge all your stuff. I will just assume you all do that to all your stuff. If you have anything. Flashlights, dark vision helmets, all that shit. Recharged.
So
Okay.
enchantment means we think someone was like manipulating this robot. It wasn't doing this on its own. That's probably the hunch I have. Like someone cast a spell to get it to come do this.
Yeah, what's that mean, Cass? Someone casting enchantment magic on a robot. What the hell is that crazy shit?
She says, yeah. Well, followers of Bry are not the only ones who can use magic on constructs. She says, I was afraid to scan that thing because I'm not cool with revealing myself completely to her yet, but...
Could you possibly, if we salvage that, could you connect to it and figure out what's going on?
If you drag out its brain core, I can take a look at it later, either when she's not around or if you guys decide we trust her that much.
Yeah, I'll salvage it.
Okay. You'll have to have one of these brutes carry it out of here. It weighs about 200 pounds.
Ulfrid will salvage it.
There you go. Pack dwarf, go.
See how much I can actually carry right now.
You can carry an absurd amount, I believe.
I can drag and push 36,755 pounds.
Okay, you've broken the game. Pathfinder's formulas are dumb. Uh-huh. Okay. Also,
My light
it's a-
load is 2450.
There's some decimal point off in the Pathfinder encumbrance formula, and you have
How-
shouted it, sir. And I'm
how
fine with
is
it.
it-
I don't care. It's fine.
How is it that that formula is so way off, and then to create something that takes you 1,400 years to make a +1 weapon?
Yeah, well, that's stupid too. Okay, done in here for now.
8.
Okay.
I think so.
You guys climb the stairs, step out of the water, and you are back in the elevator room. And we're probably going to stop there for the week. Good times. Special thanks to Eric for jumping in to argue with Enrique for an hour. I loved every second of it.
Hell yeah. I'm glad someone else gets to argue with him. Usually it's just me.
Yeah, it's good. Good times.
help.
Sort of
Yeah, thanks
crashed
for
in the
playing,
second
Eric.
half there. Sorry about that. I've been pretty tired, but
was good times.
yeah.
That was great. This is good RP.
Yeah.
Really good RP.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was great, guys. I couldn't participate, but that was very fun to listen to that little section. Also, my internet just came back up.
Perfect
Well,
time.
yeah.
Time for us to go make ourselves miserable in Tarkov.
I was
Wake
like, why
up.
is